Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Don. Today I'll talk about how to use Power Bins, and if you watch until the end of the video, I'm going to give you a special tip because Power Bins is not kind of a cloud bin, but there is a way you can make it cloud, and that's what I'll show you at the end of the video if you stick long enough. So let's start. What is a Power Bin? So Power Bin is a common folder that's going to be available or access to all your projects. So you have to just create Power Bin once, or you can put in media clips, for example, music files, audio files, video files inside the Power Bins, and then these files are going to be accessible to any project in the future and any project you have done in the past. So this is very handy if you want to reapply the same thing again and again, that you don't have to create everything again. You can even apply color grading or apply adjustment clips. So basically anything you can think of can be put into Power Bin, and that's going to be accessible later on or any time you open up a project. The only thing is Power Bin is not cloud. So basically whenever you're saving something in DaVinci Resolve, everything is going to be stored in local hard drive, and you have to have access to those on your computer. If you for example, delete the file or anything, then your Power Bin is not going to be accessible for those files you deleted. But there's a way you can make it cloud, which I'm going to show you at the end of the video. So now, if you take a look on the left here, you can see that there's no such thing as Power Bins, but there's the Smart Bins. The reason I'm showing you the Smart Bins because this is different than the Power Bins. So, I just wanted to tell you that, Power Bins is not the Smart Bins. And in this video, we'll just talk about the Power Bins, not the Smart Bins. So in order to activate the Power Bins or view the Power Bins, you have to go to or select media pool, which I have it right here. So you can see that my media pool is selected. What I mean by that right now here you can see that the effects are selected, but I'm going to select the media pool, and then you can see that there are three tiny dots here, and if you click on it, then if you take a look towards the end, then you're going to see there's the show Power Bins option. So if you click on it, then you can see that it has created a Power Bins right here, and there's master folder within the Power Bins. So what the master folder is, that it's just everything is in that folder, and you have the option to create more folders within the master folder. So in order to do that, you have to just right click and you have to create new bin, and then you can create many folders. For example, one for audio, one for video, one for adjustment clips, or one for color grading, one for add-ons. So there are infinite things you can add. So I'm just going to keep everything very simple. So in order to add anything to the Power Bin, you can either right click and you can add this way, import bin, but I don't use this way. Or what I do, I just drag from the desktop, or even if you have anything let's say in your timeline, you can hold it and drag it from there too. So I'm just going to show you both ways. So let me just take a quick look at the desktop, and you can see that I have an audio file right here and I have a video file right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just first thing, I'm going to add the audio file just directly from the desktop, and I'm just going to hold it and drag it into the Power Bin. So that's one way of adding it. And the second way, I'm just going to take this audio file and put it in the timeline, and then I'm just going to maximize that. And now I'm just going to add this clip from here to the Power Bin. And in order to do that, I have to just hold it and put it in here. And you can see that it got added to the Power Bin. So that's another way you can add that. Now, let's say if you have a text, you can add that the same way. So I'm just going to click here, and I'm going to go to text, which should be somewhere here, title. And then let's just click a random title, so which is going to have one highlighted. So I'm just going to put it in here, and let's see what we have here. So it says sample test, and I'm just going to change it to a Dawn. Okay, so let's see if it works. And okay, so you can see that the text add-on is showing right here. So just to make it nicer, I'm just going to give it a name. So in order to do that, you're just going to click here, and then you're going to go to Inspector, and then you're going to go to File, and then you're going to change your name here. But I'll just keep the same name, you know, a random right on lower third. So let's just keep the same name. I don't see any need to change it. Now, if I'd like to add this to the power bin, so all I have to do, I'm just going to go to media pool, and then I'm going to drag this here, and which should be inside the power bin. Now let me just go to here, and you can see that there are other clips here. But if I go to power bins, then you can see that these are the clips I added here. Now, if I close this project and open a new project, then you're going to see that all these files are going to be available in any projects. So that's basically what is power bin. The one thing is you have to be in the edit tab in order to utilize the power bins, and then you know, you can have access to all these files. Now you can add like, you know, adjustment clips or anything, basically that way, any transition, audio, video. So basically there's so many things you can add, but these are the basics of power bin, and that's how you use it. Now if you open a new project, then these files you can have the same staying within the power bin, and then that's how you can apply these, like, you know, files in any project, old, new, any project, but all of them have to be on this computer. Now about the special tip I was referring to, so whatever you're doing in DaVinci Resolve, everything stays on your or inside your local computer. But if you take a cloud drive, so for example, if you take OneDrive, and then if you create a folder, so let's name it power bin. So let's say I'm just going to open my OneDrive folder just to show you guys, and let's say I have this stuff here, and if I have a clip here, and if I put it here into power bin from this folder, now this is a cloud folder. This is just OneDrive, and you can have it many computers. So what you can do, you can just, like, you know, assign a power bin or a, like, you know, clip. So for example, let's say I'm just going to take this Sony PCM clip, and I'm going to put it here, and you can see that this is going to power bin. Now in order to make it kind of like, you know, cloud like power bin, what you have to do, you just, like, you know, go to a different computer and you open the DaVinci, and you open this folder, which is the OneDrive cloud folder, but you can be like, you know, Dropbox or Box, anything cloud. So as long as you have the same file in that cloud, all you have to do when you are using DaVinci in a different computer, you have to just assign that file from your cloud. So that way you can kind of make it cloud-like. Although it's not like, you know, you have to do a little bit of, like, you know, work manually, but still it serves the purpose. So for example, let's say I'm opening DaVinci in another computer, then all I have to do, I have to just kind of, like, you know, drag the same file into power bin, and this is going to work like, you know, I have access to any computer or any DaVinci Resolve when you're opening from any computer. So that's the special tip. You can make, like, you know, files, like, you know, power kind of accessible from any computer. And what I do is that I have a separate folder which is like a YouTube draft, and I just, like, you know, keep everything in this folder, and then whenever I'm using inside a power bin, I just, like, you know, assign that to inside the OneDrive, and that way I have access to any computer I use. I have to just open the OneDrive from that computer. So that's how we can kind of have a cloud-like access for power bin from any computer. For the next DaVinci tips and tricks video, I'm going to put a link on the screen, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.